Good morning or afternoon, guys and gals, whichever time of day you're listening to this. Welcome to Sauce to Success podcast. In today's episode, we're talking about how your environment is everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Your environment is the most important thing. Not only when you're on this journey to success in life, but life in general, because how can you function properly or operate in your full potential if the environment you're in is not up to standard? Not saying it has to be perfect or anything, because nothing is perfect. But if you know that you're not in a space where you want to be, then you should make a change, and you can make a change. Now, your environment, it can range from anything such as a job you're working at, a place you're staying at, school you're attending, whatever environment you see you be in most of the time. It can be anywhere. It goes even further than that. So let me give you an example so I can be transparent. Let's say you're staying with someone and you truly don't want to be there, or in that area, or whatever state or city or neighborhood you're in, or even if you're staying somewhere and you might not even think nothing of it that you don't want to be there. Then in that case, it can be even worse, because you're not aware of your surroundings and you become prone to it, where it begins to be normal for you. And then you just start to settle. Because check this out. I don't know about you, but I like being alone. I really don't like being around people most of the time. I thrive off my own energy by myself. And it's a totally different story for me when I'm around other human beings. Now, there's nothing wrong with being around other people, because sometimes I do thrive off other people sometimes, because that's what we are. We're social creatures. We're social human beings, and we thrive off each other's energy. But it's another thing when another person is draining your energy. Why when you go around someone, you feel depressed? Why you feel like you just want to go to sleep? Because they fighting demons. They got stuff up inside them. So you got to watch who you give your energy to. You have to really, really be aware and discern. But I'm getting a little off topic. So yeah, and you want to know why though it's so crucial for the environment you're in and the people you're around that's in it. The crucial thing is when you're not being aware, and when I mean not being aware is the influence that environment has on you, because you can be around someone and truly not be conscious of the impact they have on you the whole time. Like literally on some real stuff, because most of the time, wherever you are and the people you're engaging in, and on a day-to-day basis, you're not even aware of what y'all be talking about. Y'all just be talking, carrying regular conversation. And what I mean by this is when most people talk, they don't think about what they say before they say it. It just comes out, and before you know it, y'all on a topic talking about something that you don't even want to talk about. Another simple example, they could be asking you, how are you doing? When someone greets you, the normal thing, how you doing? And instantly you just quickly say, I'm doing good, or I'm doing all right, not actually thinking about what you say before you say it. Come on now, you can't say I'm not wrong, because majority of the time, that's what we say. I mean, I know I used to say it, and you probably did too, or still do. Instead of saying you good, you should say something like, I'm great, I'm doing great, with a big smile on your face, because whatever you say out your mouth, then your body is going to follow. What the mind does, the body follows. And I know someone can be like, if I'm not feeling great, I'm not going to say it because I'm not feeling great. Easier said than done, I know, but just try it and you will feel better. Speak it out your mouth until you see it manifest on the outside. because life and death is in the power of the tongue, as stated in Proverbs chapter 18 verse 21. So be aware of what's coming out your mouth. So yeah, the whole overall message I'm trying to make known with this example is, whatever your environment looks like or feels like, that's how you're going to feel too. Whoever you're around, they have an influence on you, whether you believe it or not, because anything they say around you, it affects you, and you will eventually start having the same thought process. The things you're hearing will make you easily fall down into that low vibrational mindset without you even noticing. This might not be everyone's situation, but this is just an example of how easily it can affect you. Some might relate, some might not. You might have a place to yourself, but who are you letting inside your place? Who are you hanging out with? What environments are they bringing you in while y'all are hanging out? If these environments don't align with your values and goals, then you shouldn't be going to those places. Like, for instance, maybe you're going to the club and, maybe that environment, it just isn't conducive to the Holy Spirit. God doesn't really approve to you going out to the club, and it moves you further and further away from your goal, from your values, and if it doesn't align with your goals and values, then that means you got to start looking at your homeboys or your homegirls you're hanging out with, because that sounds like their values and goals must not align with yours. So why are y'all hanging out together in the first place anyway? You know what I'm saying? You gotta sit back and self-assess now. Like, you gotta stop pleasing people. Start doing stuff for yourself. Start putting yourself first. You gotta set boundaries. When you're trying to grow, you gotta know where you are. You gotta see what's in front of your face. And don't really care what nobody say. You're doing this for you. You see where I'm getting at? Only place yourself in environments and people that's going to be in those environments where their goals and values align with yours. And if you look at your environment right now you're in and it doesn't, it's just simple. You got to cut them off. Cut the environments off that you find yourself in that's not aligning with your values. Yep, that's right. Cut them off. No matter who it is, what it is, you got to stop, because we grinding for better. We grinding for a better lifestyle. We want better outcomes. So we got to start moving different now. It's just simple. We have to remove ourselves from certain situations, people, habits, and environments if it's not growing us spiritually. This is basically called the pruning season, which is when you remove anything that inhibits spiritual growth by cutting off every branch that bears in you no fruit. And where every branch in you that does bear fruit, you prune it so you can bear more fruit. This takes serious awareness and evaluation of your environment. This has to happen if you want growth, success, all of the above. And don't be feeling sorry for people either, or feeling pity, because everybody can't go where you're going. This is your season, okay? This is your season. This is your time. Can't everybody make it to the top with you? So it's time to start cutting people off if they not on the same type of time you on, or trying to learn and actually showing you they want to learn, because talking is just talking. Somebody can just talk, but they're not actually about what they talking. Because if they not applying themselves like you are, it's time to let go. All you got to do is look at their fruit. Look at their lifestyle. Does their lifestyle on the outside, does it align with their words they're speaking out their mouth? Do you actually feel the same energy from these people that you have on the inside? If not, time to let go. Tell them it's all love from a distance. But you can't be kicking it no more. You can't be going out doing the same places no more, just chilling, doing pointless stuff, because you got a purpose to fulfill. We operating in purpose. Everything you do now must move with the place of purpose. This is when you're getting serious about your transformation. When you start making changes for you. You got to start doing what's important for you. You got to stop being so nice to people. Being kind is one thing. Being kind is doing what's right. But when you're too nice, that's when the enemy can come in and run you all rampant because you being too nice. And all this really has to do with your environment. Stop letting people eat off you. That's slowing down your growth. Literally, there can be people that's draining you physically, mentally, emotionally, and you don't even notice it. And this can be anybody. And when I say anybody, I mean anybody. And if you're one of those people that's saying, well, yeah, I know this and I want my environment to change, but I just can't change it right now, then continue to stay working on yourself, taking it slow, piece by piece, every day. You have to get somewhere further you are, you have to see yourself further than you are and work towards it. It's like a puzzle. A puzzle that you take out a box and it's all broken up in pieces. Then you put the puzzle together. You put each piece together little by little, and eventually it's gonna come all together. Same thing in life. All you have to do is just put the pieces together, work slowly, and it's gonna all come together. At first it might not make sense, but it eventually will. Take a look around where you are. Just take a look at it. Look at the masses, but don't be in the midst of it. Just take a look, but actually physically don't be there. Just don't be in the midst of it. And once you become aware of what's going on, that's when you can make a change, because you have the power in you to make a change. Yes, you do. If your life is a certain type of way, you don't like the experiences that you're having, you can absolutely make a change, because all you have to do is switch up the way you talk, because life and death is in the power of the tongue. Literally, all you got to do is become aware and start taking action. That's when you'll see your life start to change. I really don't want to beat a dead horse. It's pretty straightforward. Your environment is everything. It's very, very important. So this is it for today's episode. I don't know who this message is for. I know it's for somebody who's ever listening to this. So I'll talk with you all until next episode. But until then, I hope I'm motivating you. I hope I'm giving you hope to keep going on this journey called life. Other than that, stay blessed, stay prayed up, and I love you.